Hi, I'm 302 Zombie, and what I would like to talk about in this video today are just a couple of off-roading techniques, four-wheel high, four-wheel low, things are of that nature, and just what you want to do, what you might not want to do, how you get stuck in some situations, and how you avoid it. It's pretty easy to learn, it's not that hard of a concept, but sometimes you just don't know what you should be in or when you should. First off, one thing that I have had pounded into my head by my grandfather is if you're going to hit the back roads and you know you're going to need your four-wheel drive and you have manually locking hubs, the first thing that you're going to do as soon as you get off of the main road is you're going to get out and you're going to lock your hubs, because that way when you need to go into your four-wheel drive because you did something stupid, you're not stuck in two-wheel drive and you don't already have your transmission bound up. Your hubs are locked and ready to go. Now, following off of that is if you think you're going to need four-wheel drive later on down the road, put it in four-wheel drive. Just start out in four-wheel drive. Just do it. It makes things a lot easier, and that way you don't end up looking like some jackass who has half the back end of their truck buried and then goes, well, I can't get out because I can't lock it in four because the transmission's bound up. And, you know, it happens more often than you'd think because people get carried away. Also, it's a lot harder to bury yourself if you're already in four-wheel drive than it is if you're running around in two-wheel drive, because this one is quite easily done. You're cruising down a wash and it's pretty soft. You hit a spot or you have to slow down, and next thing you know, back into your truck's like this in the wash. You're not going anywhere. Say you do manage to get it in four-wheel drive and you put it in four-wheel high, and instead of pulling yourself out, you just bury the front end of your truck. Now your whole frame is level with the ground and you're stuck. You're not going anywhere until someone shows up with a chain. And even then, you're going to be doing a lot of work on your truck because you could have just busted up a lot of things. Next one is, say you're doing that in the riverbed, or there's a little bit of water, or maybe it's deeper than you thought or softer than you thought. You go into the river, you can't get out because you thought you could cross in two-wheel drive, and it didn't happen. You go and you can't get into four-wheel drive because the front end is bound up. Your transmission and your transfer case are bound up. It can't turn. So you can't lock it now. What do you do then? Well, you wait and you pray that somebody shows up with a chain before the water level rises any. Unless you buried yourself where the water level's already up to your door. Then you just hope your weather seals hold up. Four-wheel high versus four-wheel low. You know, if you already have it in four-wheel high, that's good. Four-wheel high, you can go over a lot of stuff with it, and it's pretty good. It can get you stuck if you're using it wrong, and I would love to be able to explain that, but I have not gotten stuck in four-wheel high yet. Maybe I'll throw another video up, or it will be on video when it happens eventually. It's not if you get stuck, it's when you get stuck. Kind of like it with motorcycles, it's not if you lay the bike down, it's when you lay the bike down. Next up would be, you know, it's good for going down washes, it's good for going down just dirt roads that aren't all that rough. But say you're getting into some stuff where you're having to do some climbing. I mean, you're going up a hill and there's loose rock, or it's, well, loose dirt, you're screwed either way, but it's loose rock or it's kind of muddy, you know, and you need the torque to pull your vehicle up. That's when you go into four-wheel low. Now, four-wheel low gives you more torque, but you're not going to go anywhere in a hurry. You're not going anywhere fast. I mean, you can be in first gear and wrapping the engine out in four-wheel low, and you're doing 5 miles an hour. You're not going anywhere in a hurry at all. But it'll help you get up hills, and it'll help you get over things, and it will help you just go over and around stuff smoother in general. Four-wheel high, you're going to be bouncing yourself all over the place. If you've watched some of my videos, if you see me stop to go over something, it's because I'm already in four-wheel low, or I'm switching into four-wheel low in order to make it where I'm not busting my suspension up. Anyway, though, so that's just the base idea of it, is four-wheel high, get around quick, get over stuff, and, you know, not have to worry about getting yourself stuck as easily. Four-wheel low is going to be your crawler. That's where you're going up stuff, you're going over stuff, and it's just makes it simpler. Here's the thing is, if you've got an automatic, everything's easy. If you have an automatic, off-roading's a little easier because you're not worried about screwing around with the clutch and which gear you're in and this and that. The transmission's doing all the thinking for you. All you gotta focus on is if you're in four-wheel high, four-wheel low, where you're hitting, and that kind of thing. Now, guys with standard transmissions, we've got it a little bit tougher, but we also have an advantage. We have more control over the vehicle compared to the people with the automatics. If you're starting out new, though, I highly suggest use an automatic to learn, because the automatic is going to know what gear it needs to be in for certain stuff, and it's going to make your learning experience easier to let you know. It'll let you learn how to feel through the vehicle and how to gauge what you're doing. A good way to put it was when I first got my Ford, we tried to take it up a hill. I went to go get up it, the first time ever taking this vehicle off-road, never tried this in a standard. And we went to go up it, I got about 2 feet up the hill and couldn't get any further. I let my stepdad get in the driver's side. He's been off-roading for years, automatic, standard, doesn't matter. He knows what he's doing. We got all the way to the top of this hill, and I mean, this thing was ridiculous for my vehicle. I'm surprised we got up it. And then we came back down like it was nothing. I still haven't attempted to go up that hill again yet, and I might sometime, but I really just don't feel like busting my truck up. Anyway, though, we left, came back with his Dodge, which is a big old diesel, it's an automatic, and we went up it, and it seemed like it was easier for him to get up it in the automatic. He wasn't screwing around with the shifter lever or anything, and you know, he wasn't having to fiddle with the clutch. He was just pushing the gas pedal and using the steering wheel, telling the truck which direction to go and how fast. And when we came back down, he had me drive his truck down it. And it wasn't too terribly difficult because all I had to think about was where I was placing the truck. When you're going down a hill in four-wheel drive, or even in two-wheel drive, actually, you can use this trick in two-wheel drive. I do it all the time in town. We've got here in the town, we've got a big hill where it's a steep incline going down it. And the speed limit around the entire town is 25 miles an hour. So obviously, you try to go down this hill, you slam it in third gear, you're going to go 40 miles an hour down the hill just from gravity. What's cool, though, is you can use your gearing to kind of work like a brake. So what you do is, we'll go back to this for four-wheel drive because this is where I learned it and this is where I use it all the time. You're coming off a hill and you're in four-wheel low still. You're in low gear, you're crawling. Now, a lot of people when they're driving standards, they're worried that if they're not using the gas that they're going to stall the car, and yeah, that will happen a lot. Believe me, at four-wheel low, you got to be on flat ground to do this, for that to happen. Or you got to be going up an incline. If you were going down in four-wheel low, you can literally stick it in first gear, four-wheel low, and if the hill is steep enough, all you got to do is work the steering wheel. You just do this the whole time down. Just make sure the truck goes where it wants, where you need it to, not where it wants to, where you need it to go. And as far as going over everything and going down that hill smoothly, the truck will do its own thing. It will walk itself down that hill for you. All you have to do is steer. It's that easy. And you can even do it in four-wheel high. I mean, I have on a couple of hills where they weren't that steep, and I was just experimenting, and that worked. Now, there are going to be a lot of guys on here that are way more experienced than me, and I'm sure they're going to watch this video, or if they watch this video, they're going to have a lot of things where they're going to go, well, you're wrong, or you missed this. Honestly, if you guys see something where you think I messed up in this video, or you have something you want to add, please put your comments below, because it's useful to have people who know what they're doing teaching other people. I go on and I look up off-roading tips, things like that, and it's helped a lot with how I off-road. But like I said, I'm still learning. I am not the greatest off-roader there ever was. I'm hardly even close to that. There's things where my truck can make it, and I look at it and I just go, oh, hell no. It ain't going to happen. No. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you've learned something, or maybe you see something you can add that I missed. That would be awesome if someone who's more experienced could leave, you know, some kind of message down there going, hey, you should have talked about this, or hey, you missed this. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And, you know, if you want to see more videos like this, or you want to see some of my off-roading videos, I also do shooting videos, and I'm going to start doing some art videos, things like that. I mean, I kind of do a lot of little things. But, you know, like the video if you did. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos. And overall, have a nice day. Go out and enjoy the hills or the swamps, wherever the hell you live. Go hit a back road. It's good for the soul. That way, and hold the camera so we can actually get an outside view of the truck instead of just, you know, what it's been with the GoPro recently, which is still an outside view, but it's stuck on the truck. I mean, I know people like seeing... I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, go over something. It's because I'm already in four-wheel high. I mean, no, not four... Shit!